Grab your cup. The other night I did a workshop on fear. Every month I do a workshop on some topic, one thing to really dig in on with people who are not my clients necessarily, just people who want to go into more on that particular topic. So the topic for March was fear, because I thought everybody has fear. It's just part of our life. This is Easter weekend, and we know from stories that even Jesus had fear at the end before the events of his life unfolded, because fear is part of our human experience, right? So we talked about fear, and we did a lot of things in an hour. We covered a lot. But one thing I want to share with you is the bottom line of fear. So whatever it is you might have fear about, you might have fear about a health issue, you might have fear about losing someone, growing old, a change in your finances, a transition in your life, the ending of a marriage. You might have fear about anything and a lot of things, okay? But here's the bottom line, the one thing that I can share with you that we got into in the workshop, which is the bottom line is the fear really stems from, can I handle this thing, whatever the thing is? So think about this. If you had a crystal ball and you could look in your crystal ball and see into the future and see into the other side of that thing, the divorce is done, the health issue happened, you lost somebody, you're older, but you can look into that crystal ball and see that you survived, you got through it. I'm not saying there wasn't pain to be experienced. I'm not saying necessarily that it was easy. Oftentimes they're very difficult, but if you knew you could get through it, if you could see that in a crystal ball, the fear would go away, right? You would be like, oh, I did it. I got there. There it is. There would be no more reason to have fear. So the fear comes, bottom line, all the time, whether it's things about our life or it's things about other people or choices we have to make, actions we have to take. If we're afraid of being rejected by someone, so we don't want to make a move and let them know we like them, or we're afraid of being abandoned, so we don't create another relationship because the last one ended bad, whatever it is, if you know that you can get through that, then the fear goes away. And how you know that, or what you think about yourself and your ability to handle anything, is all determined by the beliefs that you have about yourself. It's all your relationship with yourself and the identity that you've created about yourself. And that's a created identity. It's not the truth. That's really what I would love for you to understand today, is that it's not the truth. It's a created belief system about yourself based on what happened in your life, what you've already experienced. So, especially when we're young, because the very beginning, the foundation of our identity and our belief system about ourself gets started when we're very, very young. I'm talking 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 years old. In there is really the foundation. And then we build on that initial foundation, and we keep laying bricks about our belief system for ourselves that match up the foundation that we started. But it's not the truth, because it is created, and you can always dismantle that foundation. You can dismantle those beliefs, create new ones, and create a new identity, which is so much of the work that I do with my clients. That's why I wanted to talk about it in the workshop and here today, because if you're living like it's the truth, like this is just how I am, this is what life brought me, you never really get out of what you already know. And those fears are really real. They feel really real, and will stop you from having the life that you want. They'll stop you from taking down walls around your heart. They'll stop you from sharing yourself. They'll stop you from doing the things in your life, like the the goals that you might have for success and money and happiness, because you believe, I can't have that. You believe that's not for me. You believe you're not good enough to have that. You believe people won't really love you if they know you. Returning to you is all about dismantling those created beliefs so that you can really be an expression of who you are, so that when fear shows up, because it will, you already have handled the, I can handle it. You've already had that handled. You already have created a belief about yourself. I can handle it. I can handle if it's going to be painful. I can handle if it's going to be uncomfortable. I can handle if it's sad. I can handle it. And therefore I can keep going. And therefore I can share myself. Therefore I can love more. Therefore I can be willing to let go of the pain because I know I can handle it. So if you have fear, if you missed the workshop, I just wanted to really pass that on. That bottom line, fear comes down to whatever you believe about yourself and what you think you can handle. And if that has not been working for you, put fear in the comments so that I can give you an opportunity for us to talk individually. Because living your life from fear, from thinking you can't handle anything that you might really want, is not a way to live your life. So, put fear in the comments. I would be happy to clear my space. Please only do that if you intend to actually make the appointment. Here's what I've been noticing over the last few months is as I make my calendar open and I invite people, and I'm thrilled to do that, people make the appointment and then they don't come. So for whatever that is, whether you're afraid to actually have the conversation, don't be. But if you make the appointment, just please come. But put fear in the comments if that's been something that's showing up in your life or anywhere else that you know that you want to transform how your life has been going, your relationships, even your health. Believe it or not, your health and the way the biochemistry of your body works is directly related to what you believe about yourself and how much fear that you hold. Also other things, other emotions that you hold, like anger, resentment, all of that directly relates to and affects your biochemistry. And then the health challenges that you have. Okay, so put fear in the comments. I'll make sure I connect, and have a great weekend.